Hop, selamünaleyküm babuşlar, bendeniz Windwalker. Kanalıma tekrardan hoş geldiniz. Kısa bir yerden sonra devam etmek zorunda kaldım. Ufak bir işim vardı, onu halletmek zorundaydım, anca bitirdik. Devam ediyoruz hikayemize. Neymiş lan? Ya hiç gerek yok. Ya biz en son ne yapıyorduk bu? Ha, laboratuvara geri dönüyorduk. Dur. Dur. Az bir şey dur. Şimdi konuşabilirsin istiyorsan. Çünkü ben gidiyorum. Level 30 olduk lan. Devam ki. Sizin için bir şarkı bulalım. Beyefendiler, hanımefendiler. Yine gel baba. SoundCloud. Closer and closer and closer for me. Closer and closer and closer for me. Copyright. NCS geldi. Buradan devam ederiz. Babacım ben geldim. Öldün mü, kaldın mı? Bundan ağzına sıçarım bundan sonra. Bunları büyük ihtimal bir dalarım ben. Öldürmüşler lan hep. Ayıp lan size. Domuz geziyor ortada. Ben buraya nasıl ulaşacağım? İçeride giriş var lan. Bu adam gelirse sıçtık demektir. Şuraya saklansın. Tamam, batırdık. Öldürmeyin. O zaman ne savaşacağız? Baba. Oha, tek attı adam, helal olsun. İşte kardeş, bunlara acımayacağım. Acıyalım dedik, böyle olduk. Şimdi ağızlarına sıçmaz mıyım ben? Against all the odds. Vıdı. Ne olduğunu biliyorsunuz hikayenin. Hadi bakalım, devam ki. Oğlum buna... Yandan gel, mangel kakao. Yandan gel, mangel kakao. Bak baba. Çok güzel. Oğlum ne vurdun lan? Ha, bu kadar yaşınız. Şerefsizlere bak. Nomisizlere bak. Buradan da direkt girermiş ya. Sneak falan olurmuş yani. Kapıyı göremedik. 63 çok güzel. Ha, bura konsola gideceğiz, tamam. Lan daha ne yapacağım? Allah Allah. Hele ne olur ne olur. Ne olur. Tartaros. Buldum. Pinpores. Ne lan? 630 DPS. 1208. 1246. Stagger. Bakalım nasıl bir şeymiş. Ben bunu satarım ya, alayım.
Damn, that's some nimble fingers, Captain.
Damn, işte bu. Yandan gel, kako. Tamam, sıçtın, banyo yaptın, yemek yediğin falan filan yerin. Hepsi burada dayı. Başka? Başka da hiçbir şey yok. Devam ediyoruz. Yolumuza devam ediyoruz. Ha, doğru, unutmuşum. Yetenek artırmamız lazım. Altı 8 feeling. Terrified creature movement speed. Bunu alayım. 59 verdi. Perklerimizde neyimiz var? Hepsi damage veriyor. Yok. Damage when alone in party, higher walk speed, sprint speed. Science weapon damage. Movement speed. Interactable highlight range. Gerek yok. When the buying price. %20. %20. Çok güzelmiş, ne oldu? Yok, beğenmedim. Çok güzel. Devam ki. Dizdik. Biz bunları dizdik. Ben okumuş muydum ha? Tüh, öldürdüler. Nasıl buldu ya? Nasıl buldu ya? Oyunun sonuna geliyoruz gerçekten. Gerçekten inanamıyorum. Çok güzel oyun ya. Çok beğendim.
Captain,
Huh?
as it appears we may soon be embarking for our maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Olur. Takımdan ayrılmak isteyen olursa anlarım. Önemli bir şey değil.
Those board goons kidnapped Mr. Phineas and hauled him away to Tartarus. How are we gonna get him out?
And here we are, entertaining the notion of busting him out.
Mwah.
It's insane.
This is absolutely
A
insane.
lot of fun.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Evet. Phineas'ı terk edemeyiz.
I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Nereden? Ha, orada çalışıyordum.
Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out.
O kadar kolay olmaz sanmıyorum.
We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
Ha. Yapıyoruz oğlum.
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
İşte bu, duymak istediğim şey.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain.
Süpersin.
We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Güzel.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Waiting on my command. Peki. Başka görevim kalmadı zaten, bir tek bu kaldı. Hadi bakalım, gidiyoruz o zaman. Sofia ile karşılaşmaya gidiyoruz. Ağzına sıçacağız. Tartarus. Name. You're about to assault the labyrinth and on Tartarus and determine the fate of the Helicon colony. Series made after this point can only finish the main story on Tartarus. Side quests and other content deals such as Brilliant Gargle will be unavailable for the series made beyond this point. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now before it crosses the point of view. Would you like to continue? No. Tamam, o zaman save atacağım. Şuraya save atacağım. Sonra içeri girince bir save daha atacağım. Neden? Çünkü oraya girdiğim anda o DLC'leri oynayamıyorum. Save, aynen. Şimdi continue. Would you like to save? Yes. Buraya. Hatta yok. New save diyeyim ya, sonrasını atarım.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Hadi eğlenelim ya. Tartarus hakkında öyle bir şey biliyor musun?
Is as follows: 3071 resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1684.
100.000 kişinin 1000 tanesi idam edilmiş zaten.
0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me. In the
Niye?
event that you do not return.
Ha lan, bir önceki kaptan Alex Tarhorn acaba ben miydim? Ben bir şey yapayım da hani zinciri bozmayayım. You person had to leave without me. Bensiz ayrılmayacaksın değil mi?
I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy.
Yani kuralları çiğniyorum burada
You are
durarak.
hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
What the hell? Just leave. Many violations. Sizin bunlarla bu kuralları çiğnemekle ilgili sorunlarınız nedir?
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees?
Wow.
A fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution.
Şimdi $5.000 borca gittik ha? Bunu söyledik diye. Tamam.
Posthumously.
Persuade diyeyim ya öylesine.
Alright. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the idea of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die.
Ömer'i nasılmışsın görelim.
Signing off.
Siktir lan verdi. Kimliğini verdi. Oha. Önemli değil, devam ya. Sevdiğim de dur. Point of no return. Radio frame var. Şuraya gerek yok. Emin değilim. Neyse ya şuradaki aynısı bu. Aynı boktur ya, ben devam edeceğim. Öf. Kaç bitim var? 1529 şu an benim. Belli bir yere kadar gezi şey yapabiliriz. Sızabiliriz. İkiniz çok iyisiniz, ben de geliyorsunuz. Hadi bakalım. Bayağı canınızı yedik ya, ben ölecek falan. Ha, tamam, anladım. Combat bro. Peki, burada bir şey var mı? Seal. Line freeze. Cavalry Trooper. Lan buradan buraya gidemem ben. Çok büyük alan. Bari şunu alayım, zengin olayım ilerleyeyim. Ortada girecekler. Fena. Ne siktir ya. Dön baba, dönelim, hacımlara gidelim. Bu arada adam görürsün. Hazır olun. Çok fena giriyorlar. Çüş, öldüm. Çok çabuk ölüyorlar lan. Öldüm. Öldüm. Lanet girsin. Birinci deneme gitti. Continue. Against all the odds, the unreliable takes the flight. Bu çok büyük şeyler lan. Hayvan gibi de nasıl? O zaman direkt gideyim ya, hiç sağa sola kapmayayım. Kaptırmayayım yani kendimi. Bir daha. F5 atarım ben bundan sonra. Geldik. Yandan gel, yandan gel, yandan gel.
Remember not to take breaks on company time.
How long we'd lasted on the surface?
I've gotta admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Dereret. Dereret.
Lead the way, boss. I got your back.
Teşekkürler. Ha, sadece buradan giriyoruz. Lanet olsun, yeminim olsun. Oğlum çok zor lan buradan gitmekte. Çok uzak. Nasıl geçeceğiz bilmiyorum. Bir dakika, haritadan bakayım da. Buradan geçiş var sanki. Kolay gelsin hacı. Keşke stealth kill olsa ya. Derereret. Derereret. Şu an sıçtık galiba. Selamünaleyküm. Birileri geliyor. Şu an kimse gelmiyor. Derereret. Derereret. Şu anda satarım ya. Hepsi vending machine lan. 5 de atar oyunu gibi, telekafe gibi dizmişsiniz kanka ya. Neye gerek var? Ne gerek var bu kadarına? Siktir ya. Param yok ya, o sıkıntı biraz. It's not the best choice. He, tamam. Çok diyorsun. Çukura gidiyoruz. Monarch Stellar Industries sings to the new law. The mockery out of values. Yedim. Yedim. It's not the best choice. Buradan geçiş yok ama şuradan gitmek zorundayız. Köprüden geçersin daha kısa olur. Ha.
Keep your shoulders up.
Aynen, keep your shoulders up. Aldık lan. Aldık lan, vallahi aldık. It's not the best choice. Şuradan vazgeç.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
İsyan çıktı lan. Oğlum ağzına sıçıyor milletin. Lan niye? İşte devam et, devam et. Aynen kanka, devam et. Böyle devam et. Öldürdüler ki. Silahımı değiştireyim ya. Bu iyi vurmuyor zaten. Bunu gördük. Çok güzel. Bu silah bir boka yaramıyormuş. O saldıramaz sanıyorum. This guy is failed. Adamların haberi yok. Çok güzel. Glacier Water. Bir mükemmel olsun. Lan helal olsun lan, size hemen geldiniz. Ağzına sıçın, boş yere geldik ya. Neyse, boş yere harcadık. Tüh. Böyle şey yapmaz. Atla. Atla bebeğim. İnme bebeğim. Geliyorum bebeğim. Şurayı bir açalım. Kim varmış ya burada?
I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus.
Aynen.
And I see you've brought the kid along. Babysitters may be expensive, but they're worth it, you know.
Yeah, keep talking, pal. I'll just keep thinking of a place to bury your body.
I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, and you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Rockwell'sin herhalde.
My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony.
Mwah.
Remarkable.
Evet,
So what
teşekkür
we
ederim.
think saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man.
A proper company man. Yani Feniz ölmeyi seçerdi.
Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle.
Yani bu manyak herif senin siktir ettiğin şeyleri kurtaracak. Adamları.
Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
Are you kidding me? We're out here trying to clean up your mess.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way.
I wouldn't have to if you'd be more cooperative. Yani biraz daha yardımsever olsaydım çözebilirdik beraberce.
Oh, right. This coming from the psychopathic outlaw. Yes, I'll try to be more open-minded about your path of wanting dissent. We don't need your help.
Good deal abi. Persuade yapalım.
I'll admit, there's no shortage of talent in the scientists and engineers there. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Are you out of your mind? Rockwell's the biggest monster in Halcyon. You got any idea how many lives he's destroyed? How many people he's hurt? I've had enough. You even think about cooperating with this animal? And you and I are finished.
Ama ağzımıza sıçarsın gidersen. Ya yapma işte şunu. Tamam, Phoenix'i veriyorum. Ama yani o kadar emin değilim ki. Subservience. Hakikaten işbirliği yapmak istiyorum. Bu adam yardımcı olabilir bize ya. Gerçekten bu.
Stick it where the stars don't shine. We're done.
You know, you're a stronger captain than I gave you credit for. Maybe you really can make the tough decisions.
Şimdi ben bunu diyeyim dur. Beni atmaya çalışıyorsun. Felix has left the party. Peki. Re. Bilmem ne. Bunlar ne lan? Ne yapmışsın? Bıdı.
Oh, you are in for it now.
Hazırlan tatlım gidiyoruz. Sinema çok güzelmiş. Ölmüyor lan adam lan çüş. Öldüm ben, süper öldüm. Süper dead. Öldürdü direkt. Nereden attığını bilmiyorum. Oğlum burayı nasıl geçeceksin ya? Ha. The highest bidders. Peki. Şimdi disguise failed demedi. Allah Allah. Peki. Ben gidiyorum. Şansınız ola biraz. Ha, MSI'cılarla onlar savaşıyor. Ha.
This is nice. Calm before the storm and all that.
Yani.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning.
Canlı ele
When we
geçirmişler.
moved to arrest him, he was prepared. I lost good soldiers in the attempt. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Teslim ol diyemem oğlum, kadın şu an şey ya. Adamı ele geçirmiş. Tutsak tutuyor. You're liberating Helican. There is not a goddamn thing can do this to us. Still not Çok taşak geçmiş gibi oldu. Bir şey seçeceğim.
Do you imagine you're leading some grand revolutionary army? Those barbarians from Monarch are running wild in my prison. I suppose I have you to thank for this indignity. You're nothing but a rabble-rouser. I'm going to put an end to your little rebellion, and then I'm going to have you and your associates arrested.
Should I trust me? How does it feel to be played? Against changing, the world can't control us forever. Good on you for staying optimistic in your final moment. Yani artık düşmanız. Meclis bizi sonsuza dek kontrol edemezler.
The board is the only legitimate power in Halcyon. We are Halcyon. I admit I miscalculated the extent of your influence. The board's plan never accounted for you. This is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
It's bad for your health. This is my friend, not living around here. Let's talk about this. Test etme beni Sofya, senin sağlığın için kötüdür.
I'm aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place because of you. I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option. Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain.
Peki, kaptan. Finas'ı ele geçireceğim. İstesen de istemesen
I
de.
had a feeling you'd say that. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically or something.
Teşekkürler. Teşekkürler. Çok teşekkürler. Bu ne abi? Ne yapacağım burada? Konferans Sofia. Lan yanlış yaptık. Neyse daha çok var. Seal. Nasıl ineceğim peki? Şuradan belki. Aynen. Bir dakika, zırhlara geldik mi biz? 53 armor, 49 armor, 67 armor, 63 armor. 63 armor, 67 armor. Tamam. Evet. Ama çok basıyor. Al bana geldi sıra. Çok fena basıyorsun ya. Hadi. Bas baba. Aynen. Oğlum bunu böyle yenemeyiz. Nasıl olacak bu iş? Co-op geçse arkadan dolaşmasını isteyeceğim de. Patlamalar belki işe yarar ha. Dur anladım ne yapacaksındır. Şey işe yarar mıdır şu bilimsel silahlar? Ha? Ha işe yarıyor bu silah, tamam. Şerefsiz ne yaptı? Ha geldiler. Sofia gel buraya. Oğlum öyle ki böyle yetişemez. Böyle yetişemezsiniz. Böyle yetişemem yani hiçbir şeye. Hadi vur. Ne olur ne olur vur. Siktir ya, kapıyı kapatmışlar orospu çocukları. Ne bileyim ben. Yani bir anons göstersene kardeşim. Door has been sealed diye. Bir yardımcı olsana bana. Ne bileyim ben. Madisa or examined. Şunu yanlış yaptık da neyse al. Bir dakika dayı. Şu da gitti. Ha şimdi sen de ben kaldık göt. Tamam. Hadi babacım gel dışarı. Hala geliyorsun, tamam. Oynanış. Gel şöyle dayı. Gene geldik, anasını satayım. Ne geldiniz ya? İyi vurdun ama bu kadar yeterli değil. Nasıl? Sen öyle çok bağlı bir insansın. Çok güzel. Buradan vuramam. Ne zıpladı lan? Ben de taşa geçerim lan. Çok kolaysın. Save falan yok. Tamam. Çok vuruyorsun ama. Gelmedi, tamam. Hay avralarım. Anasının amı kadar var. Çüş. Kardeş buraya kadar nasıl yapacağız? Öldürecekler ki. Oha. Hiçbir şey olmadı lan. Ah! Ya. Orada riskim yapma. Ha! Oğlum zor lan bunlar. Bunlar çok zor lan. Nereden? Siktir ya. Çok güzel yakaladım da olmadı. Ananı. Oğlum bu adam gerçekten çok zor oldu. Yok böyle. Ananı sikeyim, orası kuş çocuğu. Piç. Yavşak. Ya en baştan başlatma ya. Öf. Buna daha sonra boss'u gibi oldu bu da. Öldü adam. Ya ne var? Şerefsizler geliyor ya işte. Öldürü direkt öldürdü. Ya drone senin duracağın yeri sikeyim ya. Gerçekten bak adamın üstüne. Bok var bok bok bok. Bok var bok bok bok. Bok var bok bok bok. Efe bas bas spam yapıyorum şu an Efe. Ne oluyor oğlum ya? Adamlar tek atmaya başladı ya. Şerefsizler ya. Aynen doğru söylüyor. Ya nasıl demiyoruz ya kardeş? Au! Ananı sikeyim. Aa, hiç ya bana şey yapacağı tuttu. Şerefsiz ya. Lanet girsin. Bir saniye babuş. Geldim baba. Şunu alayım. Ah! Şimdi kendimi kıstırmış oldum. Ananız gibi öldürdü. Bırakırsanız beni gideyim ben. Gidemedim. Deret deret deret.
Covering you.
Ağzına sıçayım. Neresi geliyor ki? Aha. Oğlum şu hale baksana ya. Allah Allah. Öldürdü. Ya. Hı. Ha, çok güzelsin.
Unable.
8 tane robot var orada amına koyayım. Siktir ya, 2 mermi atıyoruz, o çok kötü oluyor. Oğlum bunlar bu kadar saçma yani. Saçma yani, bu kadar inanılmaz çoklar ya. Ananı sikim piçler. Orospu çocukları. Sik kafalılar. Öf. Seçenek paste, evet.
I wonder if raptidons have taste buds.
Ölmeye hazır mıyız beyler? Ya kardeşim. Neyse. Ha. Ananı sikim, tüh, orospu çocuğu. Oğlum ben canıma bakıyordum ya, adamın onu yapacağını tahmin edemedim. Geldi bana yaptı ya göt. Şimdi bana saldıracak, koş koş koş koş. Şimdi ağzına sıçtı. Yani sikeyim, geldi. Ya oğlum ya. Çıkman lazım aynen. Ya niye oğlum, hadi yürü işte. Gidemiyorum. Öldüm. Şu an öldürdü, yavaş gitmek. Lanet olsun, lanet olsun, yeminim olsun. Seems for.
So what's the plan?
Gidiyoruz dayı. Hadi bakalım. Evet. Nerede? Uyudu. Gel bay. Selamünaleyküm. Verme. Bir saniye baba, çok özür dilerim. Yine öldük ya. Lanet olsun. Wow, güzeldi. Lanet olsun. Lanet olsun. Kardeş, burası çok zor ya. Difficulty'yi değiştirebilir miyim? Bunu easy yap, story aynen. Bunu geçemeyeceğim böyle. ...46 gidiyor, çok güzel. Siktir git buradan hadi. Gördün mü onu, işte böyle yaparlar adamı. İnanılmaz. Anasını sikeyim bak. Bu yapacak tutuyor ya. Şey yaptı bana, bilmiyorum. Hadi dayı. Koşarsın hadi. Böyle değişik bir şey oldu, ben anlamadım. Koşamıyorum artık. Ha, hele şükür. Şimdi difficulty'ye geç. Settings'e gel. Gameplay'e gel. Şimdi hard yap. Ha. Teşekkürler. Yattın amına bütün gün, sonra bizim işe aldın. Allah Allah. Hah. Diyoruz. Buradan mı geçiyor? Ah, geçemedik daha. Lan oğlum sen bu kadar şey yapamazsın, bir dakika. Woohoo! Niye karakter bilmiyorum ama öldü, direkt öldü. Direkt öldü. Gel. Ha bunu çekeceğim. Tamam öyle yaptık. Tamam pardon babuş. Anlamadım vallahi mısın?
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved and long overdue. And you...
100.000 verdi, helal olsun.
You broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind. And I can't begin to thank you enough.
And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue a doddering old man. Yes God, you're goddamn I am. Tabi lan oğlum, bize bakan adam biz yalnız mı bırakırız? You're absolutely out of your mind and can't begin to thank you enough. Thank you. Teşekkürler. Ne kadar belaya girip sıkıntın var mı oğlum? Şeyin var mı?
Break into the most heavily guarded facility in the most hostile world in Halcyon? No. I have absolutely no idea how you did it. You're a goddamn miracle worker. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that, and I repeat it. Great, I was just about to pop open some drinks and celebrate. Bunu beğenmedim nasıl dediğini.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. We're in serious trouble, my friend.
Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Do you know what this means for Helicon? You can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We have been cut loose, we are entirely on our own. Başlasak iyi olur işe.
Right. The road is long. We haven't a moment to waste. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? Hayır canım, yani adama yardım edeceğim, ayıptır.
I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves, but I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
Peki. Lifetime employment program ruined.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he left, the events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority.
Bu olması gereken bir şey mi?
But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Sanjar's civil liberties and worker-centric policies were slow to catch on with the other corporations. But as Halcyon began its long, arduous journey toward recovery, many of Terra 2's smaller townships started adopting MSI's alternative corporate structure, and eventually became entirely self-sufficient. In the coming years, many of these townships managed to eke by, where otherwise they might have starved. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Junlei Tennyson fought to protect the Groundbreakers' independence. While the board's influence faded, mechanical difficulties forced her to rely on parts that only corporations could provide. The cost was high, and time would tell if Junlei could balance the work with her aspirations for a better future. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. There are no official records of Felix Millstone leaving the labyrinth. Some say he found himself a reasonably cozy cell and carved his name into the wall. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently, as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. Before his untimely death, Captain Alex Hawthorne had plans to restore and modify, for combat purposes, a sanitation and maintenance automechanical that he'd found in a state of disrepair in Emerald Vale's scrapyard. That unit remains broken down and forgotten in the Unreliable supply closet to this day. Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Şey değil mi? Ben sonra bir sık anlamadım ya. Ya hikaye anlatılır mı oğlum? Böyle böyle oldu, şöyle şöyle bitti diye. Neymiş efendim? Bu koloninin geri kalanları uyandırıldı. Hepsi işte bu nasıl diyeyim? Bizim Suriye'de yaptığımız gibi işte Suriyelilere işte yemek barınak, Suriyelilere değildi işte. O uyuyanlara işte yemek barınak bilmem ne verildi. Takım dağıldı. Ben işin başına geçtim. Koloniyi devraldım, yani bütün meclisi devraldım. Bu adamın işlerini de büyütmeye devam ettim diyor. Bu adam öldükten sonra yaşlı adam. Sonra New York'a da gitmiş, böcek servisinin başına gitmiş, bu kadar. Böyle yani hikaye. Ha. Hiç beğenmedim sonunu. Kardeşim buraya geçebiliyor muyuz bu arada? Heh. Load game. Autosave falan filan bir şey demişiz. Şuradan. Point of no return. Oradan bir başlayalım. Şu ek paketin bıdıbıdısına bir bakalım nasıl bir şeymiş. Na na na na na. Bir saniye babuş, geleceğim. Kusura bakma. Zeren deren deren deren. Hayır, ana görev değil, pardon. Şuradan geçelim. The Parallel Garden. Şunu merak ediyorum ya. Oraya bir gidelim. Eridianos. Oraya geçiyoruz. Haydi bakalım. Pardon. La la la la la.
Oh, wow. This is a job? Feels more like a vacation.
Tabii.
Hello there.
Ah.
Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort.
Tabii ki.
Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Ben bakarım. What's the mood in the hotel? Yani detaylara bakarım. Yeah, sounds good. I don't need someplace. Neyse, all sounds great. I was promised that room.
You were indeed. It's the penthouse suite, the best room in the whole Grand Colonial. It was actually Helen's not too long ago. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable.
Inconsolable.
Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
Hey, Black Hole Birdie may be a savage brute on the field of honor, but he's no killer.
He did it. It's always the boyfriend.
Folks get heated when it comes to cereals and
tek başıma mı gelseydim?
Suppose.
Divisive figure. Ne demek lan bilmiyorum ama ilginç bir şey benziyor, soralım.
Not particularly, but I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
Nasıl bu kadar ünlü oldu? Adamın soru yağmurda tutuyoruz ama olsun.
She was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. I imagine the admin briefed you about Helen's part in the Spectrum Brown unveiling. Too bad about the postponement. Not so terrible as Helen's murder, but still a crying shame.
Sanırım neyse ben şeye bakıyorum. Suç alanına bakıyorum.
I'll grab your bags.
Ne şey ya?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing, you're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Evet. Tabii ki yani sen giymediğini mi söylüyorsun?
Well, reckon I can respect your candor even if it scares me a smidge. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand room later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Çok iyi bak. İnanılmaz bir şapka. Biz bu arada değiştirdik mi lan? 49 armor, 63 armor. Şu daha iyi. Bu şekilde gideceğiz.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed.
Tamam, teşekkürler.
I've been starting to play a little game as we travel. You might be a top runger if your hotel is taller than the highest mountain on Monarch.
Famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a
Ne olmuş ya?
name. I absolutely adored her cereals.
I almost can't imagine someone wretched enough to do such a thing.
Aha. Boom. Lapa gibi koymuşlar, çok güzel. Ah!
I've always wondered what that mascot's got in his hands.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
Aynen öyle.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. Oh dear. I'm sorry, but you don't seem to have a registered room key. If you've lost your key, why don't you pay the hotel concierge a visit? I'm sure she can get you a new one. Then you can come back, and I'll service all of your vertical needs.
Tamam, resepsiyona gidip bir tane daha alalım.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Hadi bakalım iki. Constable
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Teşekkürler.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances.
Dr. Goodnight ne ya?
Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you. An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Güzel. Nasıl bu ölümünü ayarlarmış?
You don't. Although I really should have looked into that option. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
İnanılmaz.
Go on then. Give it a try. Just treat the amplifier as you would a weapon. Hold it good and steady and look down scope.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
The discrepancy amplifier. Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half genius, half mad scientific mind of the Dr. Goodnight, I have been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues without the arenadas. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier a weapon slot before you continue your hunting for the Helen's killer. Geldik dayı, ne var? Journal. Inventory. Burada mı? Ha. Şunun yerine geçeyim. E'ye basacağız. Alayım bunu.
Don't mind us, folks. Normal inspectors doing normal inspector things.
Aynen öyle. Bu işe yaramıyormuş. Hiçbir şey yok. Tam burada. Yani ne yapacağım ben?
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy.
Yine arsonist mi oldu bu sefer?
Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
Tabii başla.
Footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Çamuru yala.
Don't do that. We got food back on the ship.
Aynen.
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Can you analyze the dirt?
The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
Must have been at the orchards. Orada olmalı.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector.
Ne demek?
I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case.
Ayıpsın.
Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Pardon.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Staring at her won't bring her back, folks.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspended. Oh, you're the special inspector.
Evet.
Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Kim?
Why, you?
Hayır, seni diyorum.
Oh, Mr. Kincannon. He runs all sublet underground operations in the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex, including the Grand Colonial Hotel. But he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require to meet with him in person, you're most likely to find him there. While you're here, Inspector, could I set you up with a room?
What have you got?
For you, only the best, sir, of course.
Teşekkürler.
You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently.
Mwah.
So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
Peki onlar hakkında bana ne söyleyebilirsin?
Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... Alright, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Helen'in ölümünden önce bir şey fark ettin mi?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aether Wave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Değişik şeyler yapıyor muydu peki?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
Bir saniye geliyorum. Neden olur no. Woolrich onu öldürmek istemiş olabilir mi?
He'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolrich is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
Blackheart Bertie burada kalıyormuş.
Bertie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Bertie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend everyone just to learn what caused their split.
Peki yeterli bu kadar.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
Ben çok kötü olur derdim.
A man of mystery, are you? Consider me intrigued.
Tamam, goodbye. Ya bitmedi değil mi görev? Tamam. Ya ne güzel havalı gidecektim.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector? It's please allow...
Alt seviyeleri... Alt seviyeler hakkında kimse konuşmuyormuş. Alt katları yani. Then lump yourself in there with the workers.
Oh no, Inspector, sir. I live down there too. But that doesn't mean I plan to abide in the bowels of the Grand Colonial forever. The best thing about Sublight compared to other organizations is the potential for upward mobility. We bottom rungers get in, do our job, do it well, then move up and on.
Okay.
This is but one rung on the grand ladder of life. You see? If you're sure.
Bunu mu şey yapacağım?
We are
Eminim
most
kardeşim.
pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the...
Tamam da. Söyledin kardeşim ya. Allah Allah.
What floor would you... Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor. What authorized floor...
Ya sen kimsin ya?
Next stop.
Tamam buraya gidiyoruz. Parvati'nin ne işi var lan burada? Lan hepsi burada anasını satayım. Oha. Ne yapıyorsunuz?
There's no room service, right?
Evet.
Just asking.
Evet yok.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
Batarya gaz değil mi?
He?
Batarya gaz değil mi?
Kaldır.
Siyah mı? İsteyen değil mi?
İkisini derken?
Bir hatta bir ister.
Ha üsttekini kaldırsan yeter ya.
Öyle mi?
Ha.
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me. I do not. Spacer's Choice has that market cornered. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
Orchards'lara erişmem lazımmış bilmiyorum. First
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
Olur.
You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
Bunu burada bir bırakalım dayı. Vallahi billahi. Çünkü biraz sıkıcı, tahmin etmem biraz sıkıcı oldu. O yani büyük aksiyon üzerine bu pek gitmedi yani. Öyle diyelim, bugünlük bu kadar olsun. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. DLC'leri oynamaya devam edeceğiz. Oyunun sonuna getirdik. 2 tane DLC kaldı, o kadar. Görüşürüz beyler. Kendinize iyi bakın. Bendeniz Windwalker. Seviliyorsunuz.
perfect.